This is our lesson on the naval battle of Artemesium, one that took place concurrently at the same time as the Battle of Thermopylae. We'll learn about this battle stroke skirmish. Some people doubt it's actually really ranks the name of a full-scale battle, more of a bit of a joust beforehand, a bit of a skirmish, a small fight. To understand its importance, develop our historical analysis skills. Keywords are Themistocles, a politician. If you're cunning, you're clever and sneaky. Aegina, an island near Athens. Trireme, the ship. Coordinate. If two things work together for the same end, you're coordinating the two things. Strategy and tactic to do with war, overall plan, way of fighting. Kiklos, which is a tactic used in naval warfare, defensive one. It's in fact a maneuver, a way of moving your ships in a particular way at particular times, a maneuver. Stalemate, when neither side can win. Moot, a point that was important and now things have changed so it's no longer important, is a moot point. So, Themistocles. Themistocles is an Athenian politician and general. He was one of the guys, he was at Marathon 10 years earlier, and at Marathon, after that, he was the guy who realized that to defeat the Persians, you need to have a strong navy. It wasn't going to be enough to have strong hoplites, a strong army. To defeat the Persians, you'd need a navy. There's a statue of him. Here's what it looks like in the movie coming up next year, but I think this is probably more accurate. So Themistocles is this politician. He spends the next 10 years, the 10 years between Marathon and this second Persian invasion, he spends the time trying to convince the Athenians to build a navy, a large one. And his big chance comes in 483 BC, 3 years before all this. The Athenians nearby find loads of silver. They have a silver mine. Huge amount of money comes into the city. It's meant to be shared equally amongst citizens. It comes to, in our money today, about £1.50 each. Themistocles manages to convince the Athenians to not have that money shared out. Instead, to spend it on building a couple of hundred brand new triremes. He does this by lying to them. I told you he was a politician. He's very cunning. He's not afraid to lie. He knows the Athenians at that point in time aren't really worried about the Persians, but they are worried about their rivals, Aegina, an island with a big navy. So he tells them, we need a big navy to defend ourselves against Aegina. And the Athenians fall for it and agree to build a brand spanking new fleet. So, in 480, the Persians invade. And as we know, they agreed, the Greeks at the Hellenic League agreed to fight them on the land at Thermopylae. The Spartans and other Greek allies fight them here. There's Thermopylae just there. Yeah. If you fight them there, you're blocking them getting to the lower Greece, Athens and Sparta. Now, as we've said, to make this defense feasible, you've got to defend the sea. You've got to stop the Persians landing guys behind them. So as well as an army, you need a navy. And the Athenians, led by Themistocles, take a fleet to this area. So here's Thermopylae, where the battle takes place, and here's Artemesium. And the Athenians block this channel here to stop the Persian fleet going there. The Persian fleet's coming this way. And Themistocles and the Greek fleet, mostly Athenians, block them here. So while Thermopylae is happening here, Themistocles is coordinating with Leonidas to block the Persian navy just here. And they keep in contact using boats and swimmers and the like. There's one particular crazy story of a guy swimming 10 miles underwater. But even Herodotus, who does write it, says he doesn't believe that, he thinks it's rubbish. So what's the plan? The Greeks are worried about fighting the Phoenicians. They're worried about the Phoenicians' superior seamanship. That's why Themistocles said, we'll fight them in this narrow bit of water where they can't use their superior seamanship. So he plans a defensive battle. Either Kyklos, which is the circle formation, or it might have been something like this, the white ships here, something similar in a crescent to try and stop the Phoenicians getting all around them and overpowering them. I'm not quite sure which one he uses. Herodotus is a bit vague on this. So the battle starts. Again, it's similar to Thermopylae over several days. On the first day, the two sides sort of jockey for position, and then the Athenians come out to fight in the late afternoon. They pick the afternoon because the sun sets not very far away. They know if the battle goes badly, night will fall and that will save them. So the Athenians row out. The Persians come forward to attack them. The Athenians fall back into this sort of formation, or perhaps this, we don't know. Then at a signal, they dash out and ram some Phoenician ships. Herodotus says it's very successful. On the first day, they destroy 30 Persian ships. Second day, same thing happens. This time they manage to destroy 15 Persian ships. Third day, another larger battle. In this case, Herodotus says losses were equal, which is a big problem for the Athenians. They didn't have that many ships to lose. So after 3 days, it's a bit of a stalemate. Certainly the Athenians haven't lost, but they haven't won either. But they've gotten a little bit of experience, and Themistocles has confirmed his plan. This is the importance here. He's confirmed, if I can manage to fight them in a narrow piece of water, we've got a chance. If you fight them here, the Phoenicians' fantastic seamanship is not as important. That becomes important for the next battle. So on the third day, after that sort of stalemacy battle, Themistocles decides to abandon Artemesium and retreat back to Athens because, as you know, Thermopylae has fallen, which makes their battle moot. It was important, but once the land battle is lost, once the Spartans are all dead and Thermopylae has been taken, there's no point the Athenian fleet defending Artemisium. It is now, the word is moot, so they retreat. What next? That's the big thing for the Greeks, to decide what to do next. So you see from the map here, so the Persians have come down here, they've taken Thermopylae, they're now going to head on to Greece here. Here's Athens, here's Sparta, this is the Peloponnese. Now quite a lot of the Peloponnesians want to just build a wall there and defend the Peloponnese, leave Athens to its fate. Others say no, we need the Athenian navy. So if we don't have the Athenian navy, the Persian navy can land here, and guarding here will make no sense. So there's a big debate. No one quite knows what to do, including the Athenians and everybody else. But Themistocles reckons he knows what to do. Themistocles reckons we gather the entire fleet here at Athens. In particular, we gather at Salamis. Salamis is, by the way, this tiny yellow island here. There's a big map of it there. The Athenians abandon their city. Athens is just here. All the Athenian women go somewhere else. All the men gather on Salamis with the entire Athenian fleet and the entire allied Greek fleet. And Themistocles says, if we can make the Persians fight here, we have a chance. This piece of water here is even narrower than Artemisium. Get it? Themistocles reckons if we can lure the Persian fleet into this narrow piece of water, we have a chance to destroy them and win this war. That's what's coming next.